And then I woke up May 23rd at about 4 a.m. with the light being turned on, and he was still fully functional. He was in the hall, like looking for medicine or something. And he was like, "Can you get me a heating pad? My calf really hurts. Can you get me ice?" We were trying everything. And he was just having a lot of calf pain, which I didn't understand at the time. And then I called the hospice nurse because he was having trouble breathing, and they told me to put oxygen on him. And I did. And then he was not really able to breathe, and he was suffering, and it was horrible. But I'm thankful I'm the only one who saw it. My kids did not. And they told me it was time to wake up my kids so they could say goodbye. And I had just told my kids, I was very open with them about what was going on. The hospice nurse says we've got about a month, maybe 6 weeks left. But I had to wake them up in the middle of the night and say, it's time to say goodbye to daddy. And I'll never forget Haley, my 14-year-old, screaming like, no, it's not time. And it's not. And the only way that I can describe what happened is that God gave me a supernatural peace. I was not crying. I was completely calm to help lead my kids through this. I was able to call Luke's mom, call my mom, and we just sat on the bed with him for about an hour. We talked to him. I told him, "You're going to hear, 'Well done, my good and faithful servant.' You're going to hear that today. You're going to meet my grandparents." It was like God gave me this like supernatural strength to say all these things, to be calm for my kids. And we sat around and just talked to him. He was with us for about an hour, and he was looking up into the corner, like up to the right, very clearly. His eyes stayed there for about an hour. And we were like, "Are you seeing angels? You know, what's happening?" And later on, I actually, about 2 months later, I'll get back to this part, but 2 months later, I was at a grief retreat, and I had a vision. Like God completely showed me that Jesus was up in the corner, like sitting there. It was like the craziest, amazing thing. But anyways, we played the song "I Can Only Imagine," which is about heaven, and that's actually when he took his last breath. Then the hospice nurse came in and said he's no longer with us. And then that's when it was a little bit harder to keep it together, watching my kids kiss their dad goodbye and say goodbye to him. And just there's nothing like it. If you've ever experienced seeing someone die, it's you can't explain it. It was his soul was there, and then it wasn't. And I after the kids left, my mom was in the room with me, and I just laid on the bed and with his body and just cried and cried like a whale so deep you can't explain it, when the person you're married to for almost 17 years has died. It was a feeling I've never felt before,